Let's continue by looking at number 3. Again, in this problem, our goal is to simplify, and they give us something to shoot for. We want our answer eventually to look like this. So when we're done simplifying, we need to make sure that our exponents and our variables are in that form. So when we look at this problem, we need to simplify. The first thing that I notice that I know I need to do is I'm going to need to square everything. That means that every power that is already there will be multiplied by 2. So I have x to the negative 1/3, that's a 1/3, times 2. And I have y to the first times 2 over x to the 2/3 times 2 and y to the negative 1/2 times 2. Now for the fractions, remember that all of these whole number 2's are over 1, over 1, over 1. So when you multiply x to the negative 1/3 by 2, you multiply the top and the bottom, we get x to the negative 2/3 y squared over x to the 4/3 y to the negative 1, because 1/2 and 2, the 2's cancel, and you only have 1 over 1, which is 1, and then negative. The next step that I would look at is moving these negatives. A negative exponent means that the term needs to move either to the top or the bottom. If it's in the bottom, it needs to move to the top. If it's in the top, it needs to move to the bottom. So I have 2 things that need to move. This x to the negative 2/3 needs to come down. This y to the negative 1 needs to go up. So on the top, I'll keep y squared. I'll add a y to the first. On the bottom, I'll keep x to the 4/3, and I'll add an x to the 2/3. Notice when they moved, they are now positive. Now let's write our final answer. There are a couple steps before we get there. First, we want to combine these 2 y's and these 2 x's. They are multiplied, so we are multiplying them, which means we're adding exponents. So on the top, we have y cubed. On the bottom, we have x to the 4/3 plus 2/3, which is 6/3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So my new power on x is 2. Now keep in mind that up in our original problem, they want our answer to be x to a power and y to a power. The numbers that would go there, y is already to a positive power up top, so that's a 3. X to a power, it's in the bottom and it's squared, so to move it up top, we would again change it to a negative, so we would have a negative 2, would fulfill this format back in our original problem. So m is negative 2, not positive 2, and n is 3. And these 2 things are our final answer, which answer the original question.